What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the double split, or the AM-PM split, or the morning-night split, or whatever you want to call it, because there's so many different names for it. But it was really popular back in the 70s when Arnold and those guys were training. They would train like 3 hours in the morning, take a break, and then go train like 2-3 hours at night. And that was pretty popular up until about, I guess, the 80s. And then the more of like the bro split came along, but then some of the guys like Lee Haney and those guys, they would do the same thing. They would do the double splits. And then when Dorian had, after Haney it was Dorian. So when Dorian ushered in the new era of size and the high intensity training, the low volume, things changed. And it went back to the, well, actually I don't even know what it was before Arnold was doing that, because I never paid attention to what it was, but it went into the more, bro split of Mondays chest, Tuesdays back, Wednesdays arms, Thursdays legs. And you would do like one body part a day for 5 days, or, some kind of split like that. Some guys train 7 days a week, some guys are training, 3 on, 1 off. They turn into splits like that. And then when Cutler started coming into the pros, he was doing the 2-a-day split. Now, he was the only one doing it at the time. And it was a very old school type thing, but it was working for him. Now, I get some questions because I put up that video about how you can't do touch-up training. And I get people saying, oh, well, Jerry, powerlifters train twice a day. Yes, this is true. Olympic lifters train up to 6 times a day. And, that's absolutely a fact. But if you look at what Cutler was doing and what Arnold and those guys did and what the powerlifters and the Olympic lifter do, their whole day revolves around lifting weights. Which means that when Cutler would go in the gym in the morning, he'd be fueled, he would do his training, and he would immediately get something in him food-wise or supplement-wise and go home, eat another time, take a nap for like 2 hours, get up, eat 3 more meals, and then hit the gym again. So he was not only rested, but he was properly nourished. These guys that are doing this in the gym, these trainers, now are not fucking doing that. They're barely eating anything, doing intermittent fasting and shit, drinking beer on the weekends, getting all fucked up and trying to do 2-a-day splits. And they wonder why they're fucked up, never make progress, and get injured. Because they're not recovering. Arnold used to do the same thing. If you watch Pumping Iron, those guys that train in the morning, eat and go lay on the fucking beach and fall asleep for 3-4 hours, get up, eat a few more times, go back to the gym and train till like 8-9 o'clock at night. Okay, so it was the same type of thing. Now, if you're talking about the power lifters and the Olympic lifters, I know for a fact that the Olympic lifters will come out, and this is the way the Bulgarians trained, and eventually, Americans train like this too. These guys would come out like, let's say 8 a.m., they would do just one lift. They would do the clean. Okay, so they would work the clean for about 5 to 10 sets, and that would be it. They'd go up to their 90% max or whatever it is. And these guys literally in these training camps that are training for the Olympics don't do anything but recover and train. That's what they do. So they literally go back to their dorms, do whatever it is they eat, lay down. 3 hours later, get up, come back, and instead of doing the clean, they'll do the snatch. Run 5 to 7, 10 sets of that or whatever it is, and then go recover. And then come back at night, and they'll do the clean and jerk. And they'll have a system where they're recovering consistently year-round. And there's speculation as to some of the athletes that are training multiple times a day like that were using IV amino acids, BCAAs and stuff like that, because it went right into the system faster and would help you recover faster. Okay, so there's definitely splits out there like that. But the average person is not going to do that. You, right now, watching this video, can you go train and then go home and take a nap and not worry about anything else and eat 3 or 4 meals and go back and train at night? No. So how are you fueling that machine that you're trying to be? You're not. There's no way you can fuel it and recover. Now, there are some guys out there that have the opportunities available to them. Donnie and I, when we were still teenagers, we were still 100% drug-free, natural guys, lifetime, and we got our hands on a book called, I want to say it was like Super Reps or Super Sets or something like that. Super Power, whatever it was. It was by Robert Kennedy, and it had the all-day blitz in it. Let's shut this message off. It had the all-day blitz in it. And we read this thing, and it was like 8 o'clock, you did like 5 sets of bench. 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 5 sets of bench. 10 o'clock, like 5 sets of pull-ups. 12 o'clock, and it was like every 2 hours. So what we did was, went to the gym, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, a little story time for you guys. We just picked like a day to do it. It was like a Friday or Monday or whatever it was. And took a, big jar of amino acids, those hydrolyzed aminos that work really fast. They were like about the size of my thumb. And we'd go in the gym, do the sets. And there were some couches upstairs in the gym near the cardio session. So what we did was we trained those sets, excuse me, pop the aminos, like 10 aminos, which these things are huge. So wash them down with a Blue Thunder, which was the awesomest drink of all time. Lay on the couch and nap for like 30 minutes. Get up, take an ephedrine or caffeine or whatever, and go do it again. And we did that consistently throughout the day. The next day, and we were trying really hard to recover. And we were young, which means our bodies had a naturally high testosterone level. The next day, our bodies were so banged up, it took a week to recover from that one day of working out. So there's definitely a point where even if you are nourished and doing your best, if you're natural, there's no fucking way your body can handle that. And you got to remember that the guys that, you know, you're following these splits from, like Jay and Lee Haney and Arnold Schwarzenegger and all these guys, were on drugs. Okay, so they could recover faster. It doesn't make them, you know, super, but it allows them to recover faster. And with the stuff that they're doing, they're recovering optimally because they don't do anything except train, eat, sleep, and recover. That's it. So be aware, you know, just because the workouts are out there and the splits are out there and the frequency and the volume is like this, and you're like, oh, it's sensational, so-and-so did it, doesn't mean that it's going to work for you because you may not be on the drugs or you may not have the natural abilities to recover. Even Ronnie Coleman could train each body part twice a week with 800 pounds, squatting twice a week and recover. That's not normal by any means for anybody on drugs besides Ronnie. So be aware. It is very individual to the person as to your recovering abilities. But these 2-a-day splits, unless you're doing what they were doing otherwise, it doesn't work. BioStraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below. Oh, we almost forgot. This weekend, Friday, day after tomorrow. Tomorrow we leave. Iron Asylum booth, 2 to 3 p.m. at the Olympia, BioS3 meet and greet. I need to apologize now because the bracelets are not here that I was going to give away. I'm fucking pissed because I ordered them in enough time and they have shipped, but they're in the middle of fucking limbo somewhere. So they are not going to be here. So at that point, I might just put them up on the my blog. If you guys want to order them and just pay for the shipping, I won't even charge you for the bracelets. I'll just ship them out. My apologies, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I had them to give out. It was going to be badass, but the battalion members can still get them if you want them. No cost to you, just the shipping. So, BioStraining@gmail.com. The Not Overtrained Bicep, and we're out.